Welcome to Coaching the Brave podcast with Yvonne Chase. I am so thankful to have you back on the show. Thank you for your loyalty. And for once a month to twice a month, I will be posting at random these beautiful interviews where people have figured out how to make a situation feel unstuckable. Yes, I just made a word. So in our military spouse communities, it is so easy to feel like we are trapped. We have to wait until our service member's career is finished in order to start our own. Well, that is not true. I am here to break that status quo and to help those who feel stuck to feel unstuck and to feel empowered and motivated to go out and start your own journeys. Start your career. Start it now. That way, when your service member is retired and out, you have a plan. You're established in your plan and you're happy. You're enjoying your life together. And ultimately, positively, this just helps to uplift those who just want to feel good in the day and hear other military spouses or service members or people who support the military hear their story and feel a sense of positivity in a world where negativity is the first thing you see in the morning. So sit back, relax, and if you find this interesting and you have a story to tell, feel free to go down into my description and ask to be on the podcast. It's that simple. And fill out the application there. Thank you so much for listening.
Are you a military family hoping to have access to a realtor, whether that's renting or buying, that also understands your situation as a military family or military person? Well, here is an amazing opportunity where, again, a military veteran finds a gray area or a lack thereof area in our society and jumps to the opportunity. Meet Jason. He served in the Army from 2012 to 2020 as an officer and AH-64 attack helicopter pilot. His services took him all over the world, including South Korea, Afghanistan, and Eastern Europe. After transitioning out, he jumped into real estate and quickly saw a need for a program that supports the military, making it easy to find a veteran or military spouse agent you can trust nationwide. Plus, get some money back at closing to help with moving costs. After just 4 years, VeteranPCS has grown to feature over 330 veterans and military spouse agents across all 50 states and has given back over $300,000 in bonuses back to military service members and veterans when they buy or sell a home. VeteranPCS's mission is simple: military families helping military families move. I hope that you enjoy this chat that we talked about, because if you are transitioning out of the military, not only is realty an amazing opportunity for you, but also just knowing that wherever you land outside of the military, there are still needs that you in particular could fill. Is that not hopeful? That to me is something that is you can look forward to. You can find some type of silver lining after the military. So I really hope that you stay tuned, listen to the whole thing, and just enjoy this chat. It was so much fun, very informative. And let me know if you have any questions afterwards, or reach out to Jason and VeteranPCS, because again, you could potentially sell your home or buy a home through their network and earn some money on top of that. I hope you enjoy. Have a wonderful listen, and please share. Hello, Coaching the Brave community. I am here with Jason Anderson, the founder and CEO of Veterans PCS. How are you doing today?
Good. Thanks, Yvonne. It's yeah, I'm really happy to be here and just kind of, you know, do some freestyling, kind of talk through all this stuff. It'll be
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, I'm super excited to hear about your past in the military and then how you became this amazing aid for the military and retirees for real
Yeah,
estate. So tell us about what branch were you in when you were in the military?
like 24 credits.
Yeah.
So it was a lot. And then I worked part in quite a little journey. And then typically you keep like more of the commission of the sale if
Okay.
you're sorting agents, simple website that is just through it personally.
Mm-hmm.
Make it free for them to be on there. And then if they, if a client, if they get business from the website, then they just owe like a percentage of the commission back to Veteran PCS.
Nice.
And then I thought, well, like, why can't we just give part of that back to the military clients as well? So it's kind of, it helps they get some money back at closing. So it helps the agents, get business. So it helps to support veteran and military spouse businesses. And then
Yeah.
we can, collect revenue and we can kind of keep growing it and educate and kind of do all this stuff. And it was kind of this win-win-win thing. And
Yeah.
yeah, and then I found a website developer and I kind of just said like, this is what I want it to look like. I just want it to be a simple, like a map where you can just click on a state that you're going to and then you can just see agents. You can actually see their face. It's not one of those like, hey, we'll kind of walk you through all these steps and then give
Mhm.
us your information and then we'll give you what you want. I was like, just
Yeah.
put everybody on there and just let people choose, like whichever agent they want.
Nice.
So yeah, so that kicked off. I mean, it was an idea. I got my license October of 2020 and then came up with the idea for Veteran PCS in like November. Um, Started a business for it, and then we launched in April. So like 5 months later, just nationwide. It just went full nationwide launch. We had about 70 agents on the website when we started. We've got I think about over 330, maybe close to like
Wow.
340 agents or something on there now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So from you deciding it wasn't up to par with your ability to, progress in your businesses and wanting to network and wanting to get out there, get your foot out there and, make a living for yourself ultimately too. And it turned into this huge idea that just had feedback, like positive feedback. And then it just grew and grew and grew from there.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah.
how did others hear about it when you started off with the 75? And then it
Yeah,
just,
I kind of found them word of mouth. I
oh,
just kind of put out there on social media, like, hey, who knows a veteran or military spouse real estate agent? And then, there was, I don't know, 20 comments or something like that. So then I called those people and I was like, hey, I'm thinking about starting this website. You would you want to be on
mm,
there? It's free. If you get a client from it, then we just work on like a referral system. And a lot of agents were like, so there's no cost unless like we get it unless I get a client basically unless um they get revenue. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, that seems fair to me. And they were just like, yeah, this is awesome, like I've never heard of anything like this. And plus with part of the referral going back to the military clients, that was kind of overwhelming, like good feedback, because a lot of some other programs it was like they would um the company would take either like a much bigger cut of the commission or there would be like all these fees plus all the commission, splits and everything like that. And then a lot of a lot of really good agents would not be part of those programs because it was taking such a big chunk out of like a commission check, when they're
mhm.
doing so much hard work and stuff. And so anyway, it was trying to just create a system where it helps to support the agents, it helps to support the military clients. And yeah, everybody, they were like, yeah, this is great. I'll be on here. I'll try it out. And it
Yeah.
was kind of no risk, to them. It's not
Yeah.
like they're paying. So they were just like, yeah, sure. Like, I'll be on here. I guess we'll see if it works. And,
Okay.
um, and then it just, yeah, it kind of it worked.
Oh,
So
that is
yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Wow. Way to challenge yourself, by the way. That's amazing that you were able to just come out and think of this idea, word of mouth, just sharing it. Sharing, I think, is the main word there. Sharing what you're passionate about and getting that feedback. That is awesome. Yeah. And
a lot of
so,
people, I mean, a lot of people told me, when it comes to business ideas, like don't share your business idea unless, or make people sign a non-disclosure
oh, yeah.
agreement, or like, what if somebody steals your idea? And I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it would make sense to make somebody sign some sort of legal like non-disclosure agreement before they even know what the idea is. So
Right.
there was a lot of that in the beginning, like, well, make sure, no one steals your idea and everything like that. And um, I never experienced that. I think
Oh,
it
thank
was
goodness.
really helpful sharing it with, people and getting that positive feedback and just continuing to work on growing it. And
Yeah.
we're happy to be a part of it. And they were like, yeah, this is great. Like, how can I help? What can I
Right.
do to, help support it?
Yeah, you said a key word before when you were explaining it. You said the system. You were trying to figure out the system because anybody can have an idea, but if they don't have the right system, there's nowhere it's going to excel. So it sounds
Right.
like you found that system that really has excelled and really has helped and benefited more than just, your livelihood, which is
Yeah.
wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I could kind of pull up the numbers, but, um, I mean, we've given back over $300,000 uh, to just moving military families as the bonuses.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I mean, let's
Yeah. How does
see.
that work for the audience to know? Like, if we go to the website, we hire a realtor in our state, how does that work from there, from that point?
Yeah, yeah. So using the website, you look and you can kind of see, all the different agents in that area. And there's a little bio about each one. So you can actually see like a real, like a face and kind of learn just a little bit about them or the area that they cover. And then you just click to get in contact. And we have to collect like the contact information at that point because that's what puts it into our system. That's kind of what generates like, hey, here's this connection that came from Veteran PCS where they would get like the money back at closing, and
Hmm.
then we would obviously get our like commission referral percentage. Um, so that's kind of what triggers that, and then it's just an email that goes out.
Oh,
So it's just
nice.
an email with the agent's info that goes to the clients, and then there's an email that goes to the agent with the client's info. So they can call them, they can call each other, whichever, and
Yeah.
get started. A lot of people don't want to, let's like they sign up for something. It's like, oh, we'll have somebody, to you within the next 48 hours. It's like, well, I don't want to wait 48 hours. I want to talk to
Right.
somebody about their house right now.
Exactly. And what is
So,
the benefit that you found? What's your foundation, the benefit of finding a military realtor versus a civilian realtor for military families?
yeah, a lot of it is it's the connection and
Mm,
the relatability
mm,
with the whole move process and orders and what it's like to move from, across states. And,
mm-hmm.
I mean, I know a lot of careers or like corporate jobs and stuff will relocate people, but not quite like the military does, where it's
Yeah.
it's like, okay, here's, be in Colorado in 60 days from now, or 90 days
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. And it's kind of just like, okay, good luck,
Right.
here, contact this place to help get some movers. And but you're kind of on your own for finding a house or a place to rent, or maybe you've never been there. You don't have any friends that have ever been to that base. So you're like, I have no idea what
Mm,
area I want to live in or what this place looks like. So yeah, I think just having that relatability piece with what it's like and speaking the same language
mm-hmm.
on orders and what a PCS is or TDY or um, all the different uh, like the house hunting like time frames and stuff like that of
Yeah.
show up, and then or maybe there's a spouse that comes out first and then a service member comes out after their course or after their time is done at that unit. And
Mm-hmm.
let alone like the VA loan is kind of a whole beast,
Yeah.
you know, of a thing to understand. Um, so yeah, just the relatability piece, knowing, I guess even just having that extra set of like care, of like, hey, this is part of our community. This isn't just another transaction on the whiteboard.
Mm-hmm.
This is somebody that's feels like family, right? Kind of when you're in the military,
Yes.
like, that sort of becomes your family, who you're stationed with at the time, and then your family kind of splits up and everybody's stationed in different areas, and then you get restationed with people. And so I don't know, it's kind of that piece too of that family like connection of, hey, this is somebody that I can trust. This is somebody
Yeah.
that's going to take care of me and make sure that, everything's good to go. It's not just somebody that's going to sell us a house, take the commission check, and be gone, or kind of
Exactly.
leave us hanging.
Love that. I love that mission for you and for all of us in the military and veterans too. Do you help veterans as well?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Anybody, yeah, current or former military, National Guard, Reserve, anything. Even, I mean, really, even civilians can use the website
Yeah.
to connect with an agent. So you don't have to be military to connect with an agent on there.
Nice.
That's part of the mission to support the veteran and military spouse businesses.
Yeah.
Uh, in those cases, instead of them getting a bonus, we donate that to like a veteran or military focused charity.
Oh, that's beautiful. What are some charities you work with?
Yeah, we've worked. One of the main ones has been Wear Blue, Run to Remember.
Okay.
They're like Gold Star families, Gold Star kids, some
Mm-hmm.
running groups. So um, yeah, I enjoyed running, still do.
Yeah.
So that's been a good one. And then we're just in the process now of like onboarding like 4 or 5 that we can actually have the uh, clients, the buyers or the sellers, be the ones to kind of choose where that donation goes. So if they
Okay.
got a passion for like a heart for, suicide prevention
Yeah.
or service dogs or, you know,
Mm-hmm.
something like that, family support, then they can see, different ones and say, hey, I want my, $100 that's going to be donated to go to, this cause.
Nice.
That's kind of one of our next, that's kind of one of our projects that we're working on right now for this year.
Awesome. Well, hopefully there's someone out there listening and they can help and reach out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would like to tell either service members or families or anything for like a word of encouragement?
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that came up, I was doing a different podcast or I was talking to somebody and um, the same, you don't have to have a brilliant, idea in, business or, something like that to kind of find your passion or your drive or something. A lot of times you can really find that wherever you're planted or whichever work that you're
Mhm.
doing. So I've kind of reiterated that as encouragement of no matter where you're at, you don't have to keep trying to find something new where it's like, oh, this doesn't quite, you know, match, the camaraderie and the service and stuff like that, I found in the military, or oh, I'm working here, but I'm not really passionate about it,
Mhm.
or the work that, you're doing, maybe it's like, well, this isn't really a glamorous job. I mean, in any line of work, you can find some way to really influence like positivity or be entrepreneurial within your job,
Nice.
so you don't have to just go off and like have some crazy business idea to, you know, be passionate and ambitious, about something that you're really care about. Like you can find that mission. Maybe you do accounting
Hmm.
and, you're like, oh, well, accounting's not like super cool and, high speed or whatever, but you can really make a difference. You can be like, how can I put my, drive of service into this? How can I make my clients' lives like over the top better where like they've never experienced an accounting service like this before? Or
Hmm.
if you're a plumber or something, it's like you can brighten somebody's day, or you can
Mhm.
bring cookies to, all the clients that you go to, or I don't know, like you can find something that brings you joy and
Yes.
serves people and is, kind of creates that like, hey, I'm excited to go to work today. I'm excited to get out there and do, the job that I'm doing.
Hmm.
So you don't have to, I don't know, I think a lot of people struggle with that where it's, they're not happy in the work that they're
Hmm.
doing because they are trying to find some line of work that they're passionate about where you can just kind of introduce like how can you just make your normal day to day better by finding a way to do something in your ordinary work that you are passionate about or that you are excited about or create the camaraderie within your workspace instead of trying to find it
Right.
else. Just be the one to to say hello, to go and greet everybody, to bring people whatever their favorite stuff or celebrate birthdays, be the
Hmm.
one that does all of that, and that's like what you're super excited about at your work, or I don't know, something like that. I think is um, can be helpful, I guess.
Absolutely. Especially like you said, if there's not an exciting job within the military that they're in, or even as a spouse, you're finding just a job to get by, while you're in that duty station, um, making the clock tick, at least finding some joy within that. And almost like when you're finding health and wellness within, you don't want to outsource. You want to look within first and then have that water flood over the cup. I hope that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Jason. How can we find you? And what are some the website that that you made and everything for all the everyone out there looking for a home?
Yeah, the website is just veteranpcs.com. So it's
Good.
super easy. The name was actually available. I was Googling, or like looking for names one night, and that was available. It was like $10. And I was like, oh, this is, I think, kind of catchy. So yeah, it's just veteranpcs.com. And then all the social media stuff, Instagram, Facebook, all of that is just at VeteranPCS. Uh, and then my contact info, I can give that to you, email, phone number, all that stuff in case people want to contact me directly.
Oh, I'll put that
Yeah,
in the
we've
show
got a
notes.
small team and it's really just me and then a handful, about like 7 or 8 vets or military spouses that kind of just run the whole program.
That is
So
wonderful.
yeah,
I'm
you can
so
call the
happy for
number.
you.
It's not a call center or anything. It's us that answers the phone. So
Well, I'm so thankful that I was able to have this time with you and to share with the military community what it is that you have created for them. And I really appreciate everything that you're doing there. Thank you to you and your team.
yes, well, thank you. Yeah, thanks for having us on
Yeah.
and just being able to yeah, talk about it. Is that's always exciting, when it's again for me doing emails and stuff is not very glamorous, but then being able to share it and kind of talk about it and the journey and everything like that is great. So thank you for what you do and
Yeah.
coaching people and highlighting people and all of that. I think it's really important work.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And yeah, we'll get this shared with everyone.
Perfect. Thanks, Ivana.
I really hope that you all enjoyed this, and I pray that what I am putting out there into the universe and into the ether is being received well. I try to have the intention to attract the right people who need to hear what it is that I feel passionate about, and I hope that it sparks some type of interest and some type of encouragement for you, especially if you are the type of person that has been thinking about something to do as a business or something to do while your spouse is in the military, or even being a military personnel. Possibly you have an idea of something, and I encourage you to go out there and do it. I really do. So if you know somebody who has a good idea or who has been wanting to do something on their own, please share this podcast with them. Also, if you're a business who doesn't want to be interviewed, I encourage you to advertise on my page as well. So go down, if you're interested, go down in the description and look at my application for that. I also have more information about prices and all for adding or for ads and marketing. Share, follow, review, put some comments in there. What do you want to hear? Things like that. I really appreciate you all for being so loyal. And I know that I've been gone for a minute, but life and military. So no excuses, but I've just really been enjoying this life. So I will tune in to our next video and episode the next time, and I hope you enjoy. Have a good one.